Do you have a lot of leftover vegetables from your garden? Add some avocados and we got some fabulous dips coming your way. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rhonda Fitterer.
And I'm Laverne and Rhonda.
And we got 3 easy dip recipes. Got vegetables, avocados. What else do we need?
Just us to mix it.
I know.
Okay.
Well, you got some great camping buddies that
Yes.
gave you some excellent recipes.
Yes.
Betty Krug has given us Texas caviar. So this is how they make it in Texas. We need apple cider vinegar, oil, sugar, pepper, and then once that is cooked up, we're going to add some corn, black beans, black-eyed peas, and then red, green peppers, red onion, Rotel tomatoes, and green chilies, and garlic. Going to mince that up. So that's one of our recipes.
Yes.
So she also did submit a tomato avocado dip. Who doesn't like avocados?
Oh.
It's just,
They're
it makes
so
a dip.
good.
It
It
makes a
does.
dip. Very simple, about 5 ingredients that you're going to need here. You're going to need tomatoes, green peppers, obviously the avocado, a little bit of taco sauce and cheese, grated cheese. Perfect, easy. Anybody can make that one. I could even make that one. Bet it wouldn't even take me a half hour. I could get on that one.
Half hour, right?
I can make anything you can make. It just takes me longer.
Okay.
So there we go. And our last recipe, Irene Height submitted here of Dickinson, and it's an avocado salsa. This is wonderful. You're going to need frozen corn, black olives, bell pepper, onion, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, cider vinegar, oregano, salt, and pepper. Perfect. Let's make them.
Yeah. These are so fun to make. They're easy, but they're fun.
Well,
Okay.
and when you're invited to places, something different, and
And you know,
who
and
doesn't
this-
eat dips?
Oh, and this is a season coming up for football and all those things that, you know, you sit a guy in front of a TV with football and some dip. You'll never hear from him all day. Even when you call him for supper or call him to help with the family,
Well,
they're gone.
I have to bribe them, you know, you can have this if you help me with this first.
Okay. All right, we're going to start with the recipe I got from Irene Height, and this is the avocado salsa.
Okay.
It's a start with 1 package of frozen corn. You can kind of thaw that out a little bit.
Okay.
And now a can of sliced olives.
Okay.
And what's so fun with all of these, they're so colorful,
Absolutely.
you know, and so we're going to, that one, and then we're going to add, I got a green pepper chopped and medium onion.
Okay.
So,
Well, and these recipes that work good. There's days that we have at work that we bring, we call them our treat days, but sometimes when you think of treats, you always think of sweets. These work fabulous for bringing a appetizer or something like that to work.
It's absolutely great not to always have just sweets. And you know, that salty chip taste and all that, that goes with sweet.
Yeah.
It does. So we added the green pepper and the onion. And
Red
now-
pepper, right?
Oh, did I say green? Mm-hmm. Might think I was colorblind, but it is red, isn't it? Okay. And you know, you just look at the corn, the olives, the red pepper and stuff, and it just is so pretty. Now we're going to add 5 cloves of chopped garlic.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a 1/3 cup olive oil. So I'm going to pour that in there. And then 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And that's my lemon juice here.
Okay.
I'll just mix that up there. And then 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
And you see my little fancy containers.
I see that you got some new measuring.
always gotta-
You love going into kitchen stores now.
I do. I really do. And then we're going to add a teaspoon oregano and a 1/2 teaspoon salt and a 1/2 teaspoon pepper.
Okay.
And I just put all those in here, and we're going to just have that in there. So we're going to just mix that up.
But you're more giddy than a kid in a candy store when you walk into a kitchen store gadgets, aren't you?
And you know, I think, where can I stick another gadget in my cupboard? But you know, it works. It works. You know, if we tell Dad we have to add on someday, then I know I have to stop. So let's just get this blended here, and then we're going to just put that in the fridge for a little bit and let that marinate, and the apple cider vinegar and the lemon juice kind of marinate it. And then too, when we put our avocados in there, that helps from the avocados, you know, turning black.
Okay.
And that, so.
Perfect.
But doesn't that look just absolutely great? So I will just have you put that in the fridge.
All right.
Okay. The next one we're going to start out with is the Texas caviar.
Okay.
We do need to boil the vinegar and oil and sugar together and a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
But we also have our black-eyed peas, our corn, and our black beans. We're going to drain those.
Okay.
So we got the cans open, so we're going to just put them in the colander here and get them draining while we boil our, other ingredients.
Okay.
Okay, those peas or beans like to stick to the bottom of the can. There, and then the corn. And of course, you can certainly put all that in one colander. You don't need to drain them each separately. And we'll set that aside.
All right.
And so we're going to just let that drain in there while we come over to the stove, and we're going to add, our other ingredients. So,
Okay.
so we'll put our burner on here, and we're going to start with a third cup of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Or not a third, 3/4 cup apple cider vinegar.
A little bit more than a third cup.
Right. That makes a bit of difference.
Just a little.
Okay. And now we're going to add a third cup sugar, and because I got the third cup here for the oil too, we'll get the sugar in here.
Okay.
And then, and your oil, you can use vegetable oil. I have canola oil. All of that's going to work. Anything that you want
Any
there.
oil.
That's correct. And all we want to do is bring that to a boil, and then we add it to the other ingredients.
Okay.
And then we're going to add about a half a teaspoon of pepper.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's get that stirred up there, and that won't take too long to bring that to a boil. And we're going to just let that go for a few moments, and like I said, till it gets to a boil. But we can continue over here
All right.
and that. So you're going to want to start out with a pretty big bowl, and like I said, while the beans are draining, we're going to add 3/4 cup each of red pepper, green pepper, and onion.
Okay.
And it says a purple onion, and I did have a purple onion, but if you don't have that purple onion, just use any onion, and even your sweet Walla Walla onions, I think, would be excellent with that.
Okay.
Whatever. So we've got all of that in there. And then we have 1 clove of garlic chopped.
Okay.
And a little tidbit about your peppers, your red peppers, your green peppers. When you're buying those, if you are going to have them maybe as just in a relish tray and you want a little sweeter pepper,
Okay.
the peppers that have 3 bumps on the bottom are sweeter than the ones that have 4 bumps on the bottom.
Okay, and how would we know this?
The internet told me so.
Doesn't this remind you of a commercial? They can't tell you a lie on the internet.
That's right.
So did you test this theory?
Well, when I look at a pepper, I go for big, to get my money's worth.
Right.
So if it's got 4 bumps or 3 bumps, I don't care. I just want big for the best for my money. So that's what I do.
Well,
But
I'm going to
anyway-
test that theory. I'm going to look for the 3 bumped peppers because I would prefer to have a sweeter pepper.
Okay. And You do know that there are peppers that do have, I mean, do you ever pay attention that they do, some only have 3 bumps and some have 4 bumps? Probably haven't ever noticed that.
It's a pepper. I don't really care how many bumps it has.
Okay, well, this is already boiling, so we're going to turn that down here. And all you do is want to bring it to a boil and make sure your sugar is dissolved. So we'll just set that aside and get the rest of the ingredients in our bowl, and then we'll bring that over. So we have all our cans, the corn, the black beans, and the black eyed peas.
All right.
Doesn't that sound Texas?
It sounds, yes.
Okay.
Just a little southern.
It does. Okay.
And you got it in the brightest green festive bowl you got, so.
Yeah. We can do the cha-cha. We're in Texas, Mexico, whatever.
We have not been drinking. Just
Oh.
you haven't been nipping at the bottle.
Okay.
The
Apple cider vinegar wine, they're just not quite our cup of tea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll bring over the, like I said, the vinegar, oil, and sugar.
Okay.
And we're going to just pour that over that. Okay, and set that aside. And let's just mix that up, and so the flavors get, blended together.
That is certainly colorful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll set that one aside, and then we're going to make the third one here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I need to, excuse me here too. I was looking. I have a can of also Rotel tomatoes with the chili, green chili, so we want to add in here.
Okay. Now, now I know 2 of these recipes have avocados in it. Which are the 2 that we're adding the avocados to?
Okay, we're going to be adding it to the one we put in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And then we're also going to add it to to this one here.
Okay, so this one, I would say there's not much more that you could put in this one that's going to make it better, because that looks awesome the way it is.
Right. Okay. Okay, so now like I said, we're going to set that aside.
Okay.
And this one here, like I said, it's really simple. I did start already. I took 2 tomatoes. In fact, what I had was, I had little cherry tomatoes, and I cut them because they weren't quite as juicy, and I thought I didn't want it as, juicy or whatever. So I did 2 tomatoes, and then 1 green pepper chopped.
Okay.
And now we're going to cut, it says 1 avocado. Well, I don't think they intended it to be this size, so we're just going to.
Is this kind of like what you consider, like, oh, this is a pepper, bigger, better? We're just going to go for the biggest avocado they got?
Just about, And when your avocados are ripe, your peelings just will peel off very nicely here. So easy. So you don't need to waste a lot. You're not going to waste a lot of avocado just on the peelings.
Right.
And the flavor, there isn't really much difference between your the big avocado like this or whatever. It's just that they have the jumbo avocados and all that. So I'm going to just throw that peeling in the garbage here, and then we're going to just chop that up here.
And avocados they're actually very healthy for you.
They are.
So if you like avocados, the taste of them, this is going to be something you should definitely try.
Yes. And you can't have anything that's going to dice easier than a ripe avocado.
Right. Okay.
So now we're going to put that in here. And
Perfect.
let's just mix that up. And one thing too with the acid, like from the tomato and stuff, that's going to help the avocado from turning black so easily.
Okay.
Again, doesn't that look just like a great dip there?
It's awesome.
And then you're going to add, oh, I'm going to have to get my trusty little rubber thing here to open that up. Okay, so let's, it says a half a bottle of taco sauce.
Okay.
And I'm going to just start here with, adding some there.
So
Maybe
what
not-
kind did we go for? Oh, we went for mild.
We went for mild.
So you
yes.
could certainly vary your potency with your taco seasoning here.
Yes, if you want to like spicier, you certainly can get the hot. But when you go in between, the mild is hotter than just what they say original.
Okay.
So there is a couple
There's
of
a
different
difference.
steps.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
So. And then it asks for approximately 8 ounces of cheese.
Okay.
Shredded cheddar cheese. And what this does is it soaks up, any of the juice too that your tomatoes make.
Okay.
So I'm not going to add it all right away because we may not want it all, but because it's approximate,
Okay. I suppose depending on the tomatoes and everything, what you actually were able to use for your dip.
And as it sets a little bit, the cheese does absorb some of the moisture.
Okay.
So that's there. And I used about 3/4 of that. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for now.
Yep. I really don't think you need more than that right now.
Okay.
It smells awesome.
So there we are. One more down. We're done with. Okay. Now we'll take the one out of the fridge.
Okay.
And that one does say 4 avocados.
Okay.
So if I just kind of I'm going to peel that here. And one thing, we all know that avocados can turn color, brown quickly. So this is something, if you were preparing ahead of time, definitely wait and add your avocado at the very end so that they don't get black on you.
Yeah, I mean, this is something you probably could even do the night before and let it marinate in the fridge.
Right. This one here, they actually say definitely marinate it overnight if you, have the time for that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it would be nice to take that avocado seed and be able to plant it and have an avocado tree, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't think that's going to work for around here.
Not so conducive to North Dakota weather.
Yeah. But you may not have seen, like yesterday's paper, and the grape vineyards that are over by Haymarsh, close to Glen Ellen, they have they have quite a variety of grapes, and they're making wines, and they're finding that this works really great, and it's kind of nice to actually think, oh, North Dakota, you can actually have grapes and vineyards, and they also doing different fruits, pears, and peaches and stuff like that. And I think that'd be just
Okay, so
wonderful.
this can't be an all outdoor orchard. They have to have some type of greenhouse too, right?
Nope, it's all outside.
Huh.
So we're gonna just chop that up here, and we might here, then we'll. Okay. And like I said, these are very ripe avocados.
Okay.
I tried to convince your brother Ryan, they had come over and I had these avocados on the counter, and he says, I've never seen such big avocados. And he says, well, you just have to buy them. You buy them little and you put them out on the counter until they grow big and then you use them. But that didn't fly.
I bet if you would have told your grandsons, they would have believed you. Probably, I would hope that your son
Would know better. Huh?
would know better. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay.
Now, was that equivalent to the size of 4 avocados?
I wanted to mix it up here and kind of see
Okay.
where we're at, because we can certainly put a little bit more in. And because there is a lot of ingredients in this with everything, so I do think we're going to just add a little bit more avocado to this.
Okay.
So, but we probably won't need the whole thing, and I'm going to just go ahead and cut that in half. Okay, now we're cutting up the other avocado, so it would equal approximately the 4
Okay.
avocados. And again, you know, it's just going to be a matter of what size you have in the store or whatever. And if you like a lot of avocados,
Add more.
go for big, and if not, just, okay. Just put that up there. Okay. Now we can put that in there.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and mix that.
All right.
And we'll just,
Well, this makes a generous portion. So, again, when you have get-togethers or just something different than always just sweets, this would be perfect.
absolutely.
You're gonna please a lot of people with the salad and salsas like this.
Okay. And you know, avocado kind of helps absorb some of the juices too, you know, in there. And when you look at this and you thought, oh, it looked like it would probably be pretty juicy, a lot of liquid.
It's not.
It's not. It
Nope.
really isn't. So.
It's a chunky salsa.
Okay. Well, first of all, this is just our avocado salsa here.
Okay.
Have a bowl of that. And now this is our regular tomato avocado dip. And like you see, you know, we talked about the cheese kind of there too, absorbing the liquid.
Yes, absolutely.
There. And the next one we have here is then our, Texas Caviar.
Perfect.
So we'll put
This
that.
one will be a little bit juicier.
But
More of a juicier salsa, should say.
it is, but you know, we have scoops, so it's going to hold that juice in there, and we get to taste it all.
Okay, Mom.
That's what scoops are for.
So dramatic. Well, we would like to thank a couple ladies that you've known for years and that you and Dad get to camp with and share their recipes. Irene Height and Betty Krug. I'm sorry, Betty. Your name escaped me there for a second. To get these awesome recipes, just go to our website, www.ctctel.com. Thanks for putting these quickly together, showing us how easy it can be, Mom.
It is, and it's
Perfect.
fun.
Yes. Go to, again, our website to get these recipes, and thank you always to the Workshop for being our sponsor. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.